Hello, in this video, I am going to go through the various different course platforms, give you my opinion, give you my experiences of what makes them different and what's good or what is not so good about each of them. I'm going to go through 9 different ones and they all have different benefits or, they do things slightly differently. My experience comes from some of them I have used personally, and I will let you know where those are, which ones those are. Some of them I have had experience from other people using them within, the clients that I have and the people that I help, they use them, and the feedback that they've given me about what they like and what they get frustrated with. And some of them it's down to my own research. I'm very techno geek. I do love this kind of stuff. So I am always keeping my eye out and doing a little bit of research and sort of keeping my eye out on this. So some of it comes from that. All of the links to all of the systems are down in the description. I would like you to consider buying your course platform through my links. It does support me. It supports me being able to support you and other people. It doesn't cost you any more to buy through my links. It's just that those people give me a little bit of a thank you for introducing you to that technology. So if you want to do that, then all the links are in the description, and that would be really lovely. And thank you very much for your support. So let's get into it then. Share my screen. I have created a little document. Here are the 9 that I'm going to go through with you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just give you an overview of them all, and then I'll go through each one in a little bit more detail. So the first one is WordPress. You could absolutely use a WordPress website for a simple membership or course option. It does have its pros and its cons, and I'll go through that in a second. The next one is Thinkific. That's a platform that I personally have been using for quite a while, so I do know that one really, really well. So I'll go through that one and what that one does. Teachable is comparable to Thinkific along the same lines. I'll go through that one and what the difference is between that and Thinkific. Udemy, it does things completely differently, but it does have its benefits in terms of the size of Udemy, and the use of Udemy is huge. So I'll go through Udemy with you. Podia is another one. Podia is great for more membership style things and was set up quite different from some of the others. So I will go through Podia. Member Vault is another one. And that again is slightly different to what Thinkific and Teachable offer and things like that. So I'll go through that. And then the last 3, as you can see from the price bar, are more pricey. And the reason for that is because the last 3 are more of an all-in-one type system. So they don't just host the course, they also do the marketing funnels and the blogs and the, all kind of integrated into the same system. So the ones that I'm going to go through are Kajabi, NewZen and Karcher in terms of those ones. So let's get into this then. WordPress websites. WordPress websites can absolutely do memberships and courses. WordPress websites already have the feature to password protect a certain section of your site. So you could create some pages and use that as your membership area or your course area. There are also plugins that you can add to WordPress. So things like Mighty Networks, if you want to add a community element to what you're doing, and some other bits and bobs that you can then plug in and integrate into your WordPress website. The pros of doing it this way is that everything is in one place. So all of your customers, all of your traffic and everything is going to the same place, which is a real plus. Potentially, it wouldn't cost you much more than the website that you're already paying for. So cost-wise, it's a really great cost option if you want something that is going to get you started. It's not specific for online courses. You could use those pages of your website in whatever way that you want to use them. It is best for SEO because, like I said, all of your SEO, all of your search engine optimization is all on your website. It's all on the same place. So everything that you do is going towards your Google search engine listings. So it's good for that. And it's really good for blogging because WordPress was set up originally as a blogging website. So, so you then have, your blog, your website, your courses, your materials and everything in the same place. Where this one falls down is it's not set up as a course platform. So there's a lot of features that you get within a course platform setup that you wouldn't necessarily get in WordPress, or wouldn't be as good if you set it up in WordPress. So things like progress bars to say how much of the course that you've done, things like just the way it looks and the way it operates is very different from it being on a course platform. So the next 5 in the list, Thinkific, Teachable, Udemy, Podia, and MemberVault, are all course platforms. And I'll go through kind of the differences. Thinkific has a free plan. MemberVault has a free plan. So that's quite a good feature of those ones. Free isn't always best though, so do have a look. And like I said, I'm not going to go through every feature of everything. So do go to the individual websites and check out the price plans and check out the feature plans, and make sure that whatever it is that you choose does have the feature that you want, because I'm not going to go through every single feature. That would take forever. So Thinkific. Personally, I think that Thinkific has some brilliant features on the free plan. Their free plan is really good. It has a drag and drop. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to build courses. You can do things like share revenue, coupons, affiliates, those sorts of things. And it's a very easy system to use. Teachable is probably the one that's the most comparable with Thinkific. The difference with Teachable is focused on sort of branding and uniqueness. So there's a lot more options in Teachable to make the site look and feel and do what it is that you want to do. Now that might be a good thing or it might be a bad thing. For me personally, it was too much. It kind of complicated the use of the system. Thinkific allows you to introduce your branding. It does allow you to, you know, make it look like yours, but it does it on sort of themes and things like that. So it's quite easy to then pick a theme and then change the colors, where Teachable has a lot more in branding and uniqueness. So if you are wanting to do something that is a little bit different or a little bit, you know, unique to you, then Teachable might have more of an option to do that, where Thinkific doesn't. It does have an integrated blog. A lot of these have integrated blog options, but I would say on blogging, you need to think about why you're blogging and where's best for it to go. Teachable does have some email marketing options, although they are quite limited. And again, affiliates, coupons, all those sorts of things are in there as well. So I do have clients that use Teachable and really like it. I do have clients that use Thinkific and really like it. Those two, I think, are quite comparable in terms of course platforms. They are very course-based, though. You can build a membership from doing like bundles and things like that, but they are very course creation led. Udemy is probably the original course platform. It is huge. Millions of people use Udemy, including a lot of businesses and a lot of universities and all sorts of things. That millions and millions and millions. Udemy is the daddy of course platforms, and certainly is almost like the original course platform. There's no upfront cost with Udemy, which is great. There's huge marketing opportunities just because of that vast, huge audience that they have. They kind of advertise as a sort of all done for you method. So you give them the content, and it sort of, you know, they advertise as it being really easy. So you might say it's really easy. There's huge marketing opportunities. Kind of, you know, what's the downside? The downside is that ease comes at a cost. So Udemy's price structure is based on your sales, and they take 50% of your fee, which you might think, oh, that's great, because I'm gonna put my course out there at 150 quid and 50% of that is great. That would be great if Udemy didn't control how much they sell your course for. So you can say that my course is 150, but then Udemy might do a flash sale and sell all courses for 199. And in which case 50% of 199 is not a lot. So their pricing structure is very different to the other ones, but their market is a lot different. So a lot of people that I know use Udemy to do almost like a basic course, and do that as an intro to get out to loads of people, and then direct the people to something else. So yeah, so that's Udemy. Podia came along because they wanted to set up something that was more membership based and also a lot simpler in terms of its features, and sort of have something that was a lot easier to use. So this one, if you're thinking more membership plan, you might want to look at Podia. If you're getting into it and want something simple to get you started, you might want to look at Podia. The features are very similar. It's very simple. Everything is in one place. So you do have your blog in there. You do have subscribers in there. It's great for memberships. The whole affiliate thing is still in there. So it does have good features, but it's a lot simpler system and a lot smaller system to use, if that makes sense. MemberVault. So MemberVault is slightly differently to the other ones because MemberVault is more a marketplace rather than just a course platform. So the idea with MemberVault is that your members would have all the information, or your customers would have all of the information, all of the services that you offer all in one place. So you can add into MemberVault your workbooks. If you're selling like a free PDF, that can be held there. Consultancy programs, courses, you can have all of your things all in your MemberVault. So the idea there is that somebody would go to effectively your storefront and buy what they want. They are a marketplace rather than funnel. So rather than their marketing is all about let people buy from you. So it's not about, you know, go down my funnel and on day 3 you get this offer. It's almost like have a storefront, everything's there and people can grab your stuff and buy from you. So that's a lot more the way that MemberVault approach it. The price increases depending on the sales rather than the features. That's really good because then you get all the features in all of the price brackets, but the more people that you have, that's when the price increases. So that's how MemberVault works. Moving on to the last 3 then, we take a notch upwards. If you're looking for something that isn't just a where do I put my stuff, but you're looking for a system that kind of handles the whole process, then you're probably looking more at these last 3, Kajabi, NewZen, and Karcher. So Kajabi excels at the marketing and the sales funnel side of things. They have got that absolutely down. It has a large selection of themes. You can hold your courses on there. Kajabi is very popular with people. They seem to have sort of everything in one place. Their fees are higher though. Their plans seem to be more expensive than anybody else's. So it's just a trade-off between features and price and what you want to pay versus what you're going to get from it. But I do have quite a few people who love using their Kajabi and love the fact that everything's in the one place rather than having their courses and then say their calendar or their email functions, their funnels and things like that somewhere else. NewZen is an interesting one. The prices that are currently in that box for NewZen are their beta prices. So they, at the minute, have a fantastic beta price offer, which is about 50% of what they would usually charge. So if you like NewZen, then it's a real good time to get in with them because it's really, really cheap. So their prices are yearly. They don't have monthly prices. You pay for the year. So 647 for the year, as compared to Kajabi, which is 119 per month. So it is a lot cheaper option. But I don't know how long the beta prices are going to be up for. So so yeah. So have a look at it, and if you like it, then jump in. If you get the beta price at the minute, so if you pay for a pro plan at the 647, you're then locked into that price, so you will always pay that money going forward. So I think that is a really, really good opportunity. So it integrates. The one thing that NewZen, I have personal experience of NewZen as well. So the one thing I do like is it integrates with Zoom and live classes, which I'm not sure if any of the others do. I certainly haven't seen that they can do that. So let me know if they can and if I haven't got that right. But it integrates quite nicely with doing live classes and live webinars. So Zoom webinars is an extra fee if you have a Zoom account, but you actually get Zoom webinars in NewZen. So that's quite a useful feature. It includes all the email marketing and the funnels and the lead magnets and all those kinds of things, just like Kajabi and Karcher do. In the 647 price, you can actually have 3 domains, which I think is really good. NewZen do pack in the features for the price. So you could have a domain name that is courses, and then you can have a separate domain name for something else, and you would still pay the 647. So I think that is really good. The one thing that I would say about NewZen though is it's currently in beta testing. So there are some simple features that it just doesn't have, which is on their roadmap to do. But obviously the reason that they're giving it at such a low price is because it is in beta testing. So things like they don't have a calendar integration. And I know that's something that they are looking at, but it's not there yet. They want to kind of overhaul their community element. They do have communities as part of it, but they want to do a huge overhaul of that. And they don't currently have something for recurring meetings, but I do know that that's on their roadmap. So my personal opinion on NewZen is you can get in now at a really good price and then hold that price as the features then get better and better and better. That's my opinion. But have a look and see whether it's going to frustrate you for not having some of those things that you need at this moment in time. Worth having a look. The last one is Karcher. I do have a couple of clients that use Karcher and really enjoy it. Again, it's everything in one place. One thing I like with Karcher is the calendar's included. It is a Karcher calendar. But it is included, so then you can have, you know, people booking in and all that in the same place. One of the things that I noticed about Karcher that is different kind of to NewZen or Kajabi is they have quite serious limits on their videos on the lower packages. So do check out things like this, things to look out for in terms of what are you looking at. Support is another one. So sometimes I'm not saying this with Karcher, but some of them, when you have a lower package, you don't get the same amount of support. Some of them have limits on the size that you can load. So that's videos or the amount of, you know, the amount of things that you can have in your site. So that's one thing to have a look at. The other thing to have a look at is integrations. So Zapier is a fantastic system. I think they all integrate with Zapier, and Zapier allows you to zap, which means connecting one system to another. So you tell Zapier, when somebody does this in one system, do this in another system. So it's a great way to integrate systems, but some of them integrate with different systems. So it depends on what you're using, depends on, you know, what you might go for. So for example, if you're using Infusionsoft, which used to be called Infusionsoft, but it's now called Keep. If you're using something like that, Thinkific integrates with Infusionsoft directly, where NewZen, you have to use Zapier as the app to integrate those two systems. So it's not necessarily that you can't integrate those two systems, it's just that how it does it is slightly different. So have a look at the integrations and what that system integrates with. Have a look at what you need. So what do you need that system to do? And then you can get the best system that allows you to be able to do that. I think one of the biggest decisions here is, do you just want something for your content, to hold your content? And if that's the case, you're looking at that first 5 options. Or do you want like an all-in-one system that has all the marketing, landing pages, funnels, calendars, you know, those sorts of things all in the same place? It does all the marketing and the courses and everything together. And in which case you're looking at the last 3 systems. As I said, please do go onto the individual websites for all of these systems. All of the links are down below in the description. So have a check out on the features list, make sure that it's got the features that you want and you need. And obviously this video is filmed in 2021, so the prices and things are of that year at that time. So obviously if you're watching this video later, then go and check out the prices and just see what they've done and what's changed since I recorded this video. I hope that that's helpful for you. I hope that gives you a few options and a few things to go away and have a look at. If I can be of any help, then do let me know. People that are signed up to my AMA get to ask me their questions. So if you're not signed up to the AMA already, then do sign up and then you can ask me questions. And I do have other resources in order to help people further in terms of strategy, in which case have a look at my book, The Build It Brilliant Blueprint, if it's something about, so many times people ask me questions and their question is related to strategy. They haven't quite thought about what they're doing or where they're going with something, rather than do I need the course platform of this or this. So if you're not quite there yet in terms of what you need and what you want to create, then grab the book, which you can grab on Amazon or the Build It Brilliant website. And yeah, I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time in the next AMA.